Okay, so according to my calculations, we should have about 15 systems to go when we get our next 3 up here on deck. And just wanted to point out, when I was in the system a little while ago, I found this star. And you see it's kind of a small star. It's only 53,000 meters away, but it's only that big. But it's a nice looking blue star with the, looks like it's got some magnetic fields coming off of it. It's pretty neat. I was gonna fly over there and look at it, but it'd take about 5 minutes to fly there, even in my ship. In between episodes, I went ahead and stocked up on missiles, advanced warp fuel, and I did buy a couple of, upgraded my weapons to level 7, replaced my launchers with tactical launchers for longer range. I'm going to try orbiting at a further distance now, and using my extended range missiles and blasters, which are about 2,000 range for them. I bought a couple of skills. I upgraded my shield recharging, my energy recharging skill. I put on some booster that we looted, which also helps with the recharge skill. And and I reduced the ship's mass. That was another skill I bought. Reduces the ship's mass so that we can fly faster. So we got 3 systems to liberate. We're starting with Arborio Dim. Arborio Dim. Not Arborio Dam, Arborio Dim. Alright, raiders have been detected. I hope so. And look, we got a station in here. Let's see what the station is. Monarch Society. That's the first time I've seen that one. I'm gonna go ahead and unselect it. It's only one station. This is not a junction system, obviously. So it's just time to start putting the hurt down. Turn on all. I wish there was a. I know there's a button down here. Where is it? There we go. All modules on. Take out this dude. He should go down pretty quickly. We got a new ship here that I haven't seen in a while, at least not in this playthrough. A diamond. All right, so everything's flying out there. Now my friends are getting a little bit low on missiles, which I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. Now, is our new orbiting range? No, I didn't think so. Okay. I don't see my friends shooting their blasters, and I'm wondering if this new orbit range is too much for them. Somebody's getting shot at. It might be me. Almost kind of look like they were. Almost look like my dudes were shooting me, which I hope is not the case. But people are shooting at me, and I don't seem to be taking any real damage, so I'm not going to worry about it. So my friends are. Alright, there we go. So their weapons are a little bit lesser range than mine. Alright, so auto orbit target. Alright, so let's see if this does it. So we're still here in the thick of the battle. It looks like pilot Fame Coify, one of our friends, is taking a little bit of damage, but we're fine. Head on up here. Blow up this dude. Okay, so we're set to orbit 1500. I'm assuming that's 1500 meters. The ship still takes a hot minute to turn around. So my weapons, my guns are now firing a lot further range than they used to. There we go. There goes the full barrage from all of our ships. Took him down pretty quickly. Let's finish off this Devastator. It's 17,000. And still we haven't taken any appreciable damage yet. It looks like whenever we are getting hit, it's just pretty much bouncing off us because of all those resistances we bought. And we have plenty of room for resistances going forward for the next set of systems. If it does look like we're going to start taking some damage, we can always just put on some more resistance modules. And here comes a big barrage of missiles slamming right into us, like 3% damage. So we are pretty darn tanky. So this dude's got 14,000 hull points. Should not be anything too difficult for our fleet. 5% shield damage. Lots of good explosions there. Lots of good fireworks going off there. Look at that. Now that's a space battle, people. Ooh, look at that. 3 different colors of lasers at us all at once. This dude's got tri-colored lasers. Now my friends are really low on missiles. It's hard to find missiles for them. But maybe this new system, maybe this station in this system will have them. Alright, so the first batch is done. We took 5% damage. Now we probably went through a lot of missiles, but I bought a bunch of missiles. So here comes the reinforcements heading straight at us, which is fine. We'll let them get a little bit of distance. They're all moving pretty quickly now though, so it doesn't really matter too much. Seems like they're spawning a little bit closer to us than they used to. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I've been wrong about a lot of things. But I'm fine. I'm happy to admit it. Doesn't bother me to be wrong. That's how we learn. Yeah, so let's head on over here and see what we can do to this guy. He's shooting at me. Energy is still very high at the moment. Dreadnought is like a space station almost. Alright, this dude's next. Just because you're closest, dude. I'm sorry. Nothing personal, but you're just next in line because you're closer. Those tactical launchers sending those missiles out. Actually, that's that dude. He's still got some missiles on him. Alright, so there goes our missiles. Big explosions. Now we got some real space battles going on here. These dudes are actually shooting at us, which is a nice change of pace. Alright, he's dead. Now pop this dude. He's only got 6,000 hull points. Officer is in. So we got another cruiser and another dim-eye something. So we're trying to orbit this dude. Looks like we're doing fine. I wonder if it's the... Who else firing here? Well, he's dead now. I can't really look at it. So let's take out this Star next. Still at 98% shields. One of my pilots, looks like a couple of my pilots have been suffering some shield damage. Nothing to worry about. Turning into orbiting this dude at long range. Might need to adjust that orbit. Well, it's just, no, not really. It's just taking a long time for me to turn. That's the problem. It's not a problem with the orbiting. It's just a problem with the turning speed of this space station that I'm flying. So we're gonna have to get some more ship gyroscopic skills, I guess, to try and deal with that. No, we don't seem to be getting shot at by anybody at the moment. There we go. 67 points of damage. I haven't seen any ECM. I haven't seen any indication of ECM at all, which is fine. And so there's a nice little shot. Looks like the missiles missed us. Oh, and the ship blew up. So even though the missiles were still alive, I guess they don't do any damage because the ship was dead. And then now we just pop the officer, and then we will have another system that has been liberated. 680,000 credit. Let's check the officer loot. EVE Online, the officer loot is always the best loot. Remember hunting many nights, just hunting officer loot in asteroid belts, chaining asteroid belts, manipulating the spawns of the NPCs in the asteroid belts, trying to get that good old officer loot. He has nothing but 266,000 credits. All right, let's dock over here at the Monarch Society and see if they have anything interesting. Go ahead and scan the warp gates. There's a lot of systems, because I've been using the warp drive, there's a lot of systems I've found myself in where I don't even have the warp gates scanned at all, which is not really an issue. I'm going to turn off. Seems like the game knows not to orbit space stations. Or I could be wrong about that. Probably wrong about that, which is fine. Alright, so first thing, do they have any level 1? Alright, so they got Mark 1 missiles here. Not really enough to make a difference for our thing. Shipyard, obviously, well, hopefully there's nothing bigger than a dreadnought. I don't want to have to start saving up again. Nothing bigger than a dreadnought here. That's a cool looking ship. Transport cruiser. Ooh, I like that one. I really like that one. That's like, reminds me kind of like the Y-Wing. That's a cool one. Yeah, I got some nice looking ships out here. The battle frigate. What was that? Support frigate. Just a little old basic escort. Remember flying around in one of those a long time ago. Let's check out the lounge. Oh no, the Desmond Board of Education received additional funding. So all these do in the normal playthrough. Some of these can impact the game, but in the Sandbox playthrough, these don't seem to be doing anything because like security level and Aura Melray. Because we're in the Sandbox hostile space excavation mode, there won't be any raiders spawning in that system no matter what. So Arboreal Dim, looks like there's a wormhole there. Salvage discovered passing through Fawn Bacolis. That usually means you can go there and find some salvage floating in space. I haven't done the salvage stuff at all. Change of season, that's for life support stuff, which we don't have to worry about. Commerce mining operation. Okay, so that means there's a lot of new asteroids there. New ship spawned, new ship there. So all sorts of different things you can interact with. Mercenaries, just a recon ship. It'd be cool to find a mercenary that's also flying dreadnoughts. Could you imagine having 5 dreadnoughts flying around? Nothing new in the university, I'm guessing. Nope. Alright, so then of course there are what kind of missions? Oh, we would have, alright, so this is the outlaw. So only 2 missions. So not a whole lot of advantage for us too much in liberating the system, but at least we do have another system. So we're going back to Face of Key, right? No, we're going back to Saldamati. The 521 warp fuel. I don't think we will have to buy warp fuel for a while. I might not even have to buy warp fuel anymore this playthrough. And so now our next system, I went ahead and scouted the order of the systems, the unlock order. So now we need to go to Fawn Bacolis. Fawn Bacolis. This should be system 37. Let's see. Stats. Sectors explored 36. So this will be sector 37. Getting close to the end. Just think when we get to 40, I'll have a hard time putting the game down. Once we get to 40, it's going to be hard for me to stop playing with only 10 systems to go. The light at the end of the warp tunnel. Jumping. Auto orbit is on. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Let's see what's in the system. Well, we know there's going to be raiders in the system. Is there anything else in the system? Ooh, another station. Another stink finger. And look at all this. I think that's salvage. Metal fragments. Yeah, that's salvage. So I don't have a salvage module and I don't have the salvage skill. So I really can't do anything with it. We got lots of ships. This dude's coming right at us. I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him come right at us. All modules on. There we go. I'm just gonna let him come to us. No point in me flying all that way. There's a kilometer away. And look at all that damage. Now, he was the fast guy. He had 2,000. So it looks like we have another diamond. Is that a new one? Or is that a bigger triangle? Let's see what that is. 27,000 whole points on him. All right, let's start taking some of these out. So let's take out the, so we got a destroyer, a reaper. This dude's closest, so he's going down. No damage to me as of yet, which is not necessarily indicative of how easy this battle is going to be. But he went down pretty quickly. Let's take out the destroyer next. Just because, why not? Okay, so these dudes are firing at multiple targets. We want everybody firing at the destroyer. Engage ship target. Okay, so my dudes seem like they're firing at him. Alright, so they should still be doing what I tell them to do. I'm guessing. It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't really matter. If they're firing at somebody else, I don't care. Just as long as they're shooting at somebody. There we go. That ship is going down pretty darn quick. There we go. And then we just have this Zap Wheelus to go and his Nova Reaper before we get the reinforcement spawn, and then we'll check out this station, see if they have anything in there. Oh, we have 4% shield damage. Energy is still holding strong. All of our friends are still good to go. We're not even moving because we're trying to stay in orbit range, I guess. Looks like the orbiting, I don't know, I'm not worried about speed at the moment. Doesn't really seem to have that much of an impact. Alright, so there he's gone. 5% shield damage to me. It looks like about 10% to one of my pilots and 5% to another one. So now comes the reinforcement spawn. And here comes this dude again. There's always one dude in there that's like, oh, I'll avenge you. Comes in hot and heavy. I love his enthusiasm. Alright. If you can tab through targets, cycle through targets. I'm sure there's a button for that. I just need to look it up. Looks like we have another destroyer. This guy's already halfway dead. Look at him doing 4 points of damage to us. Wow. I'm so frightened. Maybe we'll have 2 destroyers this time. Let's see. Alright, head on up there. There we go. I just love the look of my destroyer. It does kind of look like a floating space station, doesn't it? I have to say, sorry I'm blowing you up, but I need you out of the way so I can target the guy behind you so I can blow him up too. There we go. Alright, so let's pop this thing. Doesn't tell us what type of ship it is. Oh, is it SCA-1 Demi something? Alright, so there we go. See, they were shooting at whatever they wanted to shoot at that time. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, they're still all under my command as far as I can tell. They're all under... should be doing what I do. But if they want to target somebody else, and I'm not going to argue with them. Especially now. So as long as we're winning, as long as we're continuing to win, I'm not going to argue with them. Alright, let's destroy the officer. And they'll be right here next to the station, so it won't be long to... Somebody's still shooting at us. Who's still shooting at us? Or maybe those were just orphan missiles, I guess. It's coming about, Captain. Weapons hot. Didn't really need to invest in those long-range launchers, it looks like, because now the enemy is trying to do my old tactic of just flying straight up my tailpipe without... Wow, he's soaking up a lot of damage, this dude. Well, he have 43,000. So it's just taking longer to destroy him. It doesn't seem he's not a real threat to us as far as weapons go. He looks, I can't tell how he's shooting at. Well, it looks like, alright, so my pilots are still, taking damage. Alright, so we got 101 skill points for my hard work out there. I don't know what that hard work is. But we got 101 skill points for it. Did we level? I don't think we leveled up. Shouldn't level. Oh, we're getting experience points for popping the ships. That's what it is. These dudes. All right, so that's. All right, so I guess now that we're getting now, I guess before we just never really noticed it because we were popping such small ships that the experience was just not even worth noticing. But now that we're fighting bigger ships. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, there hasn't been a patch. Apparently there's a big patch incoming. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us next. An indistinct finger should repair all these dudes' stuff as far as I know. Alright, looks like maybe we are trying to orbit, so let's turn auto orbit off. There we go. So now we're ducked. Let's search for missiles again for our friends. Alright, now we got some... Here we go. Let's just check out their shipyards, see if they have anything cool. Recon Dreadnought. That was only 13. That one, I think ours is cooler looking than that. Definitely. Definitely a much cooler looking ship that we have. The Assault Cruiser looks about the same. I like that little ghosty thing coming off the top of it. What about their mercenaries? Nope. Looks like their mercenaries are the same as our frigate. So nothing new here to worry about. Missions, what faction do we have here? Trade and financial. So I guess Stinkfinger's got a hodgepodge. All right, let's sell off this laser. Do we have enough to distribute missiles yet? I'm not even going to bother distributing missiles yet until we get enough to give at least 100 to each ship. Alright, so it's another system unlocked. So now it's time to head back to Sol Damati and to finish off the next system. So this next system should be our next junction system. So there should be 4 warp gates in there. Don't know if there's going to be any stations. It doesn't matter. We got 2 stations unlocked this time. So I've already forgotten. Stats. So next system will be 38. Number 38 coming up. Everybody's shields are back to normal. So we're going to repost times Emesis is on. Repost times Emesis is on. So go here and clear these, and then it'll be time to study accounting again for a while. Everybody loves studying accounting. Alright, was there anything in here that I hadn't seen yet? Finding that star was kind of neat. Really like nebula clouds. I've always liked them. There's some really cool nebula clouds in that other game, EVE Online. Now, what are these? They're not there. Okay. Never mind. Something that I'd seen in one of my other playthroughs. Alright, so let's hop on through here. 91 credits toll. I think we can afford that. We're up to 43 million still in the bank with nothing to spend it on. Money's just burning a hole in our pocket. System 38. And we have another station. So 3 stations. I mean 3 systems, 3 stations. Pretty good. Another Innovex. Alright, so I want to check out. Alright, so 496,000. Remember that. 496,000. I want to see how much we get for popping these dudes. All modules on. So 496,000. We're gonna write it down. 496,000. 496K for short. We're gonna pop the destroyer. We're gonna pop the big dude first. Ooh, we got lots of stuff coming at us this time. Lots of stuff hitting us. 2% shield damage. I mean, we could obviously it would be cool if we could rig it like in some old RPGs where we had 150% resistances, so that the stuff was actually healing us. That would be interesting. Okay, so that was definitely an AoE bomb or a torpedo or something. Damaged all my ships, but it didn't damage them enough to worry about. So we'll pop this dude. Only took 5% shield damage. Still got 95% energy. Everything's going according to plan. Just kidding, there was never a plan. Alright, let's blow up this dude. Another 12,000. This is a destroyer. Really, I'm glad I didn't buy a destroyer. They don't really seem to be that powerful. I don't have my scanner on. I always scan them and look and see what the stats are on the NPC destroyer. I'm gonna go down here and fry this guy. 496. 503. So we're getting about... So now we're getting about the same amount as a mission now. It looks like we're getting experience points just for firing our missiles. I mean, firing our weapons. So that's cool, because now that we have so many more weapons, and so we have 496, 504, so 8,000 experience points for that little skirmish, which is more than a mission. So I think we're at the level now where we might actually start. This is going to be pretty lucrative now, at least as far as skill points go. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Seems like every time we fire a weapon, we're gaining experience points. 505,033. I thought it was. Maybe it's every time we hit. Because we're certainly not hitting at the moment, are we? Alright, 505, 276. Alright, so I don't know why we were getting so much experience points there. All of a sudden, it was just going... There we go. I don't know. So it seems like every time we hit with a weapon, we're getting experience points, which is fine with me. I have a destroyer over here. They're not even coming towards me, it looks like. Alright, so let's go pop the destroyer. So yeah, I'd much rather earn experience in combat, at least on this playthrough. Let's see, my friend. Let's see, we're firing. Alright, so look at my purple weapons. In this system, they're purple. The Nova Reaper. 3% shield damage. Still fine on energy. Have we popped the officer already? There's probably the officer there. No? I guess we already popped the officer. Not that it really matters. Alright, so let's go frag this dude. Still, I mean our shields are literally recharging during the battle, so we are in a 2.4 system. Still, I've not seen. I guess if there's no notifications, if the ECM doesn't work, I don't know if there's any particle effects we could see from the ECM if it's not working. I just see missiles flying towards us, not really doing anything. We have over 100% resistance to ECM, so it looks like there's some sort of green stuff coming off of there, but I don't know if they're... I don't know what that stuff is. I don't think they have drones. No. Okay, so this dude... Alright, look, we're down to 7%. Alright, this couple of our dudes are taking some shield damage. That's okay. So we got lots of green bolts. Green stuff coming at us. Now, I can't tell if our friends are getting ECM'd. Doesn't really matter though, does it? Another 400,000 credits. Sector is clear. This house is clean. Go dock at Innovex, see what they have. Pilot overview panel. So we went from 496 to 514. It's about 18,000 experience points just for that battle. So that's pretty good, which means that in the next system, if we get another 18,000 experience points in the next system, that means we will level up again. We got 130 skill points. Let's see if Innovex has anything we can spend them on. Something cheap, obviously. Auto orbit is turned off. Maybe that's why that battle was so wonky. Alright, so we're in dock. Ooh, 100 credit docking fee. Whatever shall I do? Alright, so market. Let's sell this Kith single millimeter cannon. 12,000. Let's check out this shipyard just for fun. Support carrier looks about the same. Recon dreadnought. Yeah, our dreadnought looks much better than that one. Much better. So I think we got the bee's knees as far as dreadnoughts go. Alright, university. So ship shield systems are maxed out. We don't need any other utility. Launcher focal range. We can make our launchers shoot a little bit further. I don't really want that at the moment. Fleet commander. We could upgrade our fleet so that we could have another dude with us. What do they have here in the lounge as far as mercenaries go? Interceptor Piranha. So he's another combat dude. He's an Interceptor Piranha. He's got 5 blasters. I think he's kind of basically what we already have. And I don't think we need him at the moment, so I'm just going to let that go. So probably won't buy any skills here. We're not using any beam weapons. Fleet. Now if we had fleet defense, maybe. Because that would allow that would make our ships fight a little bit better. So are we in a map? Yeah, so we're in another junction system. So there's our next 3 systems. We got Nagin Beckler, Rakol Kolupidal, and Yufa Rest Exinfo. So we know what we've got in the hopper for the next one. Missiles Mark 1, 5 missiles. Now this would be a good time to have some manufacturing skills so we can make those missiles, but I think we're doing just fine without them. So we are at the 30-minute mark again. Time flies so fast when you're having fun, and this game is quite fun and very chill. So thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you soon.